Yeah. So now that you've recruited and retained and motivated and fired so many people, what can we learn from your experience dealing with human beings?
That's the toughest part of any entrepreneur's journey.
Right.
Because oftentimes, you grind it out with people, you build something together, and you're connected. You are irrevocably connected. I think some would even say that, you fall in love with your people.
Yes.
Like, there are so many people at Alpha Direct that I say, I really love them. I feel like they are one with me. I mean, we've built this brick by brick.
Yeah.
And I can't be grateful enough to have them in my life. And so it's really hard to let go of a relationship, whether the initiation of letting go comes from the person's side or the organization side, right? It's hard.
Right.
It's hard for them, it's hard for us. But I think that your reason for why you do what you do is what has to dictate that. And I think the focus on the customer is the most important thing.
Right.
So you'll find that it's a journey. Building a business is a journey. There's going to be so many people you cross paths with during this journey. Some relationships are going to last for a week, some an hour, some a minute, some are going to last for an entire lifetime.
Right.
I wouldn't say any one is more special than the other.
Sure.
Some people come
serve
into
their purpose.
Yes,
really.
they serve the purpose. Some people come into your organization, your life, to do something very significant in a very short span of time.
And be done.
And it's time for them to move on. It's time for you guys to move on. Some people are there for the long haul. They're there to stick with you through thick and thin and get through the process. Maybe they haven't had such a significant impact in a short span of time,
but over
time their impact is tremendous.
Right.
So I think you got to look at it very objectively.
So when people leave, you don't take it personally. You don't feel like, oh, how dare you?
Yeah, no, not really. I initially, that was in my first career, that was how I reacted.
Right.
Because I felt it was a personal failure on my part.
Right.
But then later on, as I matured, I realized that, you know what, everybody has a role to play. I mean, I'm not going to be in this organization forever, which is why I need to build this into an institution that I can hand over to, a next set of people who can take it and add more value to the society. This is why we exist as a business.
Right.
So
that's noble.
Yeah. Well, I think, look, you have to ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. For me, money has not been my driving force. I would have made very different decisions if that was my driving force.
Right.
We lost 10 million pula in our first 3 years in business. That's very hard to justify.
Yeah.
But the reality is I knew why I was doing what I was doing.
Yeah.